Okay, okay. Here we have it, the baked kafta. We're going to sample. This is the second time I've made it. I'm not sure if this will turn out as good as the first time, but I'm hoping it is. I think it just got a little bit. It's still okay, or does it need more seasoning? The seasoning is good.
I like the seasoning in here.
Yeah, because I used more. Okay, Kate. Today we're going to make a Lebanese recipe. It's called kafta or kafta, but we're going to do it a different way. Instead of grilling it, we're going to put it in the oven. So it's going to be a baked kafta or kafta. So it's nice and easy, very delicious. This is the second time that I'm doing it, and I know that we enjoyed it the first time. So let's get started. As long as you have an hour and a half to make this dish, you're good to go. All right. So let's start making our Lebanese kafta. Okay, to begin with our kafta, the main ingredient will be ground beef. I have here 2.5 pounds of ground beef. You could either use an 80-20 or 85-15. So that's the fat ratio to of the ground beef that we have. But for starters, you have to prepare the ground beef. I have here minced onion. This is half an onion. It looks a lot, but I came from a large onion. And this is a few sprigs of parsley. What we're going to do is we're going to add that all into the ground beef. If you have we need some tomato sauce. This is the other half of the onion, which is sliced in circles. You need tomatoes. You can have the bigger tomatoes, but since I only have the smaller tomatoes, I'm using them. I also have 3 large potatoes here. These are russet potatoes, but you can use golden Yukon potatoes, which I've sliced without taking off the skin. You could take off the skin if you like. Right here with me are the spices. Lebanese vodka recipe requires the 7 spice powder, but since I don't have that, we're going to make our own. So what makes the 7 spice powder? Well, you need nutmeg, cloves, this is cilantro, ground cumin, ground cinnamon, ground pepper. The only thing that's missing here is cardamom. I don't have cardamom, so I'm not able to add that in. Okay. So this will be. We also need a chicken bouillon or beef bouillon. Right here, I have a chicken bouillon, which we will add into. We are now going to add in our spice mix, our 6 spice, 7 spice if you have 7 spice mix, and mix it well. It's actually very fragrant right now because the onions, the parsley, and these spices right here, cinnamon, nutmeg, cumin, they're very fragrant. There's a certain spice. After you've mixed the spices with the ground beef, what we're going to do is we're going to make ground beef patties, okay? Burger patties that we made from the kafta last time. Okay, now that we've prepared all of the beef patties onto a baking dish right here, baking pan, we're going to add in our layers. First, we're going to add in our potatoes, our sliced potatoes. We just put it all over the onions. Just a sliced onion right here. Let's put it here. I sliced another tomato, just adding it in there. I think that tomatoes bring out so much flavor. That's why I'm adding a can. It's a 15 ounce or 14 ounce can of tomato sauce. I'm gonna add an extra. I'm going to add some water. I'm going to fill up the can right here. And stir that, mix that. Now, see to it that when I think that will work. Next, I'm going to add in butter. I just got that. This is maybe 3 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to crush it. and just put that in there. So you don't have. What we're going to do is we're going to put this in the oven for 30 minutes at 400 degrees. So before I put it in the oven, I'm going to season it with salt. This is sea salt. You need salt to enhance the flavor because there's a lot of tomatoes in here. That's it, cooking at the 400 degrees oven for 30 minutes, okay? So I did a retake. I took out some of the sauce that was in there because it was too watery. I think it came from the tomatoes. The tomatoes were just too, let's turn it off. Had so much liquid that it pretty much almost filled up the pan. So I took out a little bit of the sauce, and this is the way that it should be. There you go. That's much better. All right.
You just tell mom to come here.
No, it's too many now.
No, mom, come here. Why? You want to be in the video? You're boring.
Stop it. Here we have it, the baked kafta. We're going to sample. This is the second time I've made it. I'm not sure if this will turn out as good as the first time, but I'm hoping it is. I think it just got a little bit watery because the tomatoes that I used were had a lot of liquid in them, so I had to take out some of the liquid and put it back in the oven for 400 just to reduce the liquids. All right, so here we go. Let's try. Sample. I think you might need more salt because of the acid from the tomatoes. But the patties are bigger than the last time that we made it. It's still okay? Or does it need more seasoning? The seasoning is good.
I like the seasoning you use.
Yeah. Because I used more seasoning now. Last time it was just, it's supposed to be 7 spice powder. But now I couldn't find the 7 spice powder, so I only had 4 spice. Now I still missing one, so it's 6 spice. We don't have the cardamom. So. And I used a different potato. I used russet. It's not like the golden Yukon. The Yukons are much better, I think, than this russet. Let's put sauce.
Did you try?
No, not yet. Is it good? Or you're just hungry because we're about to eat dinner?
Yes and yes. It's good though.
Is it? Yeah.
I need no introduction.
These are my kids, Katrina and Ethan.
Oh. I lied.
They're my cooking people. They like to cook too. I think I just need a bit more salt and maybe more pepper. Just what do you think? For me, at least.
If you did put something, maybe more pepper.
I think more pepper.
But I still like it. It's still good.
I think in general more pepper by like if it's like this and you were serving it, and then people could just add their own salt.
That's true. Yeah.
Because there's some people. This would be good for like mom because mom doesn't like spicy stuff or not spicy, salty stuff.
Salty stuff. All right. So here we have it, the baked kafta. It's a Lebanese recipe. I'm sure I'll get some heat about it. We're not Lebanese. We're just following recipes that we learned. Okay, so enjoy. Try it and enjoy. Bye.
Patty.
I don't think